Good morning, everyone. It's Marcy, and I'm here to play today. I have watched Gayle Agostinelli make what she calls paper fabric a few times, and today is the day that I'm going to try it. So, I've got laid out on my table some plastic wrap. I've got napkin backs. I've got some pattern paper. I've got a little bit of tissue paper. And over here to the side, I have some fall napkin pieces that I will use as I get toward the top layers. So anyway, I'm going to be using all of these. And I've been dying to try this, and I figure today is the day. So what she does is she flips her fabric over so that it's right side down. And this, if you've not seen it, is to make a journal cover. And you use very watered down Mod Podge. She does. I don't know why any other white glue wouldn't work, but she estimates that she doesn't measure it, but she estimates that she waters it down about 50%. And I've got this little tub here. I thought I'd pour a little bit of my watered down into it. So it looks about like milk. I mean, it's not very thick at all, and I did not measure mine either, so I don't know if this is a good amount, a bad amount. I don't know, but we're going to try it. Okay, now I've got a little cup of water over to the side so that if I need to rest my brush, I've got water to dump it into. I've also got pen and paper over to the side, and I'm going to explain that. One other thing I have to tell you is what she does and what I've done here is if you want a journal cover that is, say, 9 inches by 6 inches so that your fabric would be 9 by 12, cut it larger. She cuts hers to about 10 by 13, and I did mine the same because she says that as the Mod Podge dries, the fabric may shrink up a bit. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to start out, and this is very messy. You're using oodles and gobs of this watered down Mod Podge, and basically you just want to soak your fabric and your papers. Now you can use whatever you want. I'm going to start with some until I kind of figure out what I'm doing. I'm going to start with some smallish sizes. And I know Gayle says she prefers using smaller size pieces of paper because it does give added texture to what will be your journal cover. So the right side of the fabric that I've got now facing down will end up being the inside of my journal cover. And what I'm doing here will be the outside of my journal cover. I'm going to have them overlap, and I'm trying to be sure that I have it right up to the edge and actually overhanging the edge. I'll have to be cutting it down anyway, so and Gayle said in her video, I actually watched the most recent one she did, that she doesn't count the number of layers that she puts down. She just goes by how it feels. Well, since I've never done this before, I don't know how it's supposed to feel. So a little rough counting says about 10 layers. So this is going to take some time, and I think what I'm going to do, because I'm just going to be doing this until I have 10 full layers, and these bottom layers, it matters not at all how they go down. As I start coming up to upper layers, I might want to be a little more a little more cautious about how and where they go down, because the upper layers will show through a little more. Don't need that. Let's get rid of that. Where these bottom layers, it's just literally a matter of getting it down. So I think what I'm going to do, all that being said, is I'm going to speed up the video and get several layers down, and then as I get closer to the top, probably the last 3 layers is when I will actually start using some of the fall fabric. So I'm just going to speed up the video until I get to that point. And I don't know how long this will take. I may actually have to pause the video for a second and get up and stretch my legs a little bit, because I think Gayle did it in about half an hour. I've got to assume that it's going to take me longer since I've never done this before. So let's speed up the video now. That is just my first layer. First thing I've learned very quickly is, yeah, small pieces are great, but they don't need to be tiny pieces. And like I said, the pieces are really just for texture. But like here, there's no reason. I mean, I'm going to get some texture out of this too. So you might not want to use a full napkin back, but they don't need to be as tiny as I started out making. Okay, guys, I think that's all the damage I can do to this. Uh, I'm actually, oh, well, we'll see how pleased I am once it uh, dries. If you're still here after watching me speed through all of that, I was going to come back at about level 8 and work through it with you, but even that was actually taking me a little longer because I was trying to be a little more precise on what I was laying down where. And so just as a quick recap, as you probably saw as I was speeding through, at some point I finally got smart, and instead of just laying down plain white napkin backs, which was making it really difficult to see where my layers were, I started doing like a layer of the white napkin, then a layer of pattern paper, then a layer of white napkin, then a layer of tissue paper, and that made it easier for me to see how many layers I had. My fabric and my paper are drenched in Mod Podge, which is what you want. Now I just need to set this aside and let it dry. I did use a significant amount of my water and glue. This little 8-ounce bottle was just about full of the watered down Mod Podge, and I used the vast majority of it. It's very possible that I used way too much. We'll see. I don't really care about that. Sorry, there's one little spot on here that is just driving me nuts. I don't really care about that. The amount that I used. If this works out. I actually kind of had fun doing it. It's probably not something I would do on camera again. That little spot is just making me nuts. So I'm going to fix it. Now, assuming this dries well and I like the outcome, I did not put a focal point on here. I just Mod Podged down what ended up being lots of fall colors and stuff. Kind of patchworky, messy style. But once it's dry and I have it cut down, I could easily go back and, using a specific napkin, put a focal point. So this is where I'm going to end this video. I know this has not been exciting for you guys to watch, but I wanted you to see that I'm trying this. According to Gayle, this will take at least a day to dry. And so I'll come back with a follow-up and let you know what I think of, what I personally think of this process and how it turns out and how long it takes it to dry. So anyway, until next time, please be safe, stay healthy, happy crafting, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.